Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome in for our 30 books in 30 weeks. I'm having an amazing time this week talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is love. I love talking about love from the perspective of how amazing it feels to love yourself. And so many of us are out there looking for it in other places and in other people. Hey Tyrone, welcome. And we think that we can just go scoop it up and grab it, but not realizing that real love starts in here and it starts with you. And so I'm excited about this week's books because Five Love Languages it's a reminder of a couple of things. So in my mind, when we talk about the five love languages and we talk about finding and discovering your partner or significant other's love language, it's an awareness factor to start learning what your love language is for yourself. Because see, this is what I know to be true. The same things that you want someone else and how you want someone else to love you is going to have to start from you. And so if you know how, what's going on, Scott? If you know how you want someone else to love you, you first have to learn to love yourself in the same ways. And so those same things that move your spirit and soothe your soul, for when they're given to you from someone else, you can begin to put those things and pour those things into yourself. And so that's why this week is exciting for me to be going through this book. What's going on, Michael? So Five Love Languages, for those of you who might be just joining in, remember to share the video out. Invite some folks into the conversation. If you catch it on the replay, still share the video out. If you catch it on YouTube, hit subscribe and then share the link, because everybody wants to talk about love. Everybody can use more fulfilling relationships, and so this is a conduit to a fulfilling love experience, whether it's with yourself or it's with other people. So for those of you who maybe don't know me, my name is Marcy Batiste. I'm America's #1 reality-based success and recovery trainer. I have a company called Ultimate Power Coaching, and I welcome you as a new member of the Ultimate Power team just by joining in and sharing in on this self-development journey that I call 30 books in 30 weeks. I always share with people a couple things about me. Number one, I am sold out to my happiness, which means that's my guiding light. That's my beacon of truth. That's what I use to base decisions on as far as relationships and activities and everything. Like, does this make me happy or does it make me less happy? And if it makes me less happy, then I have to reconsider entertaining whoever and whatever that may be. So tonight's subject, I'm talking about how you'll never win trying to place a demand on love. And so I was reading in today's reading, and it says, requests give directions to love, but demands stop the flow of love. And so I was watching, hey Steph, I was watching this TV program with my daughter today. She was watching one of those nasty little reality shows that just put everybody in such a bad light. They put the human race in a bad light. But anyway, so I was watching this lady, and she was arguing with her significant other, her child's father, and she was like, this is what you need to do, and this is what you need to do, and you need to, 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 and you need to. She listed like all of these demands, and he's like, just, hey Mello, he's shutting down. He's shutting down. And so it was amazing to me to watch, like really literally watch in action, someone trying to demand what they need in a relationship. You can't demand it, boo-boo. You can't demand love. It doesn't work that way. The best you can hope for is to love yourself enough to be able to learn to communicate what your needs are, to be able to advocate. Hey T, what's going on? To be able to advocate for what you need, to be able to talk about how you love and how you want to be loved. But beyond that, you have to love yourself enough to give yourself those things. And so as I'm watching this woman, and she's shouting, and she's cursing at him, and she's telling him like, you're not going to see your son if da 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 da. And that's a whole other video. I could go on for weeks about how I cannot stand when people use their children as pawns of manipulation tools. I can't stand it. So I was already put off by everything that this lady had going on. But I'm sitting there and I'm watching her literally demand what I guess she thought was going to be love. But here's the thing. When you behave in that manner, regardless of if you're still aggressive like that, you can demand without being aggressive, and it's still wrong, and you're still gonna come out you're still gonna come up short. What's up, John? But so she's going in and she's going off on him about, you know, all the things that he needs to do to love her and what she needs and what she respects and or what she expects of him. And he's literally like, "You got to be shitting me." Like, that's the look on his face. And I'm looking like, "You got to be shitting me." Like, why would I love you? Look how you're talking to me. Look how you're treating me. Look how you're engaging with me. Look how you're behaving in public. But we don't want to take that step back and be like, I see why wouldn't nobody love me. If I acted a fool like that, that's not a loving person. That doesn't make you lovable. And so you're never, ever, ever gonna win by placing demands on someone for their love. It has to be given freely. Moreover, you should want and desire for it to be given freely. You shouldn't want to have to require. And so it's, you know, people, it's interesting to me because I always speak from been there, done that, right, Steph? Like, we all have. Yeah, T says demanding attention. Like, we've all been there where we're not getting our needs met, right? And yes, you have to communicate them. Yes, you have to advocate for them. But there's a way to go about it that still allows the other person to feel respected and safe, and give them, you give them the opportunity to give you love. You don't take the opportunity to steal it and to take it. Like, that's never ever gonna work out in your favor. It's not ever gonna work in your favor. And so for me, one of the things that it's always interesting, because, you know, I've been divorced for like 15 years and I'm single, and you know, had some really rocky relationships in between and out of. And here's the coolest thing. Like, some people are like, how do you talk about relationships and you're single? Well, I'm single because I'm single by choice, not from a standpoint of I don't want or desire a relationship. I'm single because out of respect for someone that I'm with, I have to know for sure that I can go all in with you. I got to be able to go all in with you. And for sure, I have to be comfortable knowing that you can take all my oddities and all my quirkiness and all my drive and my ambition and my power and my passion for what I do and my clients and the time that consumes. Like, you have to be able to take all that whole package, and you got to be able to love me in the space I'm in, and I have to be able to love you in the space you're in, and I have to be prepared and positioned properly in order to take away time from those other things that I'm passionate about, my clients and building my business and all those things, my friends. That's a trade-off. So if I'm not prepared to go all in with you, I would much rather we remain friends and keep my single lifestyle than to overcommit and then disappoint myself and the other person. And so that's the thing, you guys. Like, I love myself enough to know that I'm going to be fair to myself, and I'm also going to be fair to the person that I choose to be with. So y'all see that when y'all finally see the post, like, she did it, you're going to know, like, wow, he really came with it. He really came with it. And she is really serious. Because I'm too old to get divorced again. I'm too old to do that. People trying to do things, it's like, you're right, Terry. People be doing the most. I say they're doing the most with the least, right? But so that's how I talk about relationships, even though I'm single, because I know I've done so much work on me that I know exactly what I need to be able to communicate, and how I need to be able to communicate with a significant other that's going to allow them to feel safe, loved, and respected, and allow me to feel safe, loved, and respected. Like, there's no less. Like, less is not an option. It's not an option for me. And so that's why I always say, when people say, well, do you ever want to get married again? Do you ever want to be in a relationship again? I got those, Mercy. I'm not sure what that question is, Terry, but I'm sure I don't know if I got it or not. But people ask me all the time, do you want to get married again? Like, do you ever want to do that? And I always say the same thing. I'm not opposed to it, but it has to be so damn amazing. Has to be so damn amazing. And not amazing from a huge, like, production. Ronnie B, what's up? Not from a huge production standpoint, but the relationship just has to be with somebody that I can trust implicitly, somebody that is going to, have my back. And like I said, they have to be able to take all of it. I can be kind of moody sometimes. I'm super quirky. I'm goofy. They got to be able to take all of the good and all of the bad and love me in the space that I'm in. And then they have to be willing enough to be vulnerable to show me what space they're really in. Like, we have to communicate. We have to be able to work through all the details and all the oddities. And it's not easy. It's so not easy. But when it's worth it, you guys. But you can't demand somebody love you. You can't demand somebody's time. They're either in it with you and they're in it for you. I did a post today about people who are for you. Not people who are for what you can do for them. Not for people who are for what you're for. So they sign up and they act like they're in your corner, but they're really not. No, like, to me, like, that's going to be the relationship. That will be the thing that makes me say, all right, we got this, boo. Let's do it. And I know for a fact, like, once I find that, I won't look back again. I won't look back. Like, there won't be, like I know that there's compromise and there's all those things, but you have to wait until you find that one, that every single thought, every single compromise is small scale compared to the bigger picture, which is the happiness of the whole. And by the whole, I mean the two people together in the relationship, working for common goals, working for common dreams and ambitions, but still having their own thing, being able to do their own thing. Like, I want somebody who has his own life going on. I don't want please don't let your life revolve around me. That will annoy the hell out of me. So I want somebody that's got something going on. I want somebody so that when we talk on the phone, I'll be like, hey, how was your day? He not just like, oh, I just watched TV. Like, what? No, like, that wouldn't move me. So understanding, and that's what I mean, you guys, about figuring out what you want, what moves you, what soothes you, what feeds your spirit, what feeds your soul. Like, understanding all those things about you. Like, you have to learn to love you the way you want to be loved. You can't go out there demanding it from somebody else. You half the time don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Nobody's going to give it to you. You won't give it to yourself. Start loving you. Start love from the inside out. Try that. Try that. I dare you. I can tell you for a fact, what I know to be true is loving you from the inside out works amazing. Amazing. It feels amazing. It feels wonderful. It feels so satisfying, right? So that's my message for today, is that you cannot demand love. You will lose every single time. Every single time. And start loving from the inside out. Learn what and how you want to be loved, and then start loving yourself in that way, and thereby extending and showing and demonstrating to other people how they can reciprocate that to you. So y'all have an amazing rest of your night. I got work to do. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for always living life on Mars, and as usual, welcome to the Ultimate Power Team. Have a good night, guys.